In the year 2042, humanity had colonized Mars, establishing a thriving community on the Red Planet. However, the journey to Mars had been fraught with peril, and many colonists had lost their lives along the way. To honor their sacrifices, the Martian government established a memorial garden on Earth, dedicated to the fallen heroes of the Martian colonization effort. The memorial garden was a beautiful and peaceful place, filled with flowers, trees, and sculptures. In the center of the garden stood a large monument, inscribed with the names of all the colonists who had lost their lives. Every year, on the anniversary of the first Martian landing, a ceremony was held at the memorial garden to honor the fallen heroes. One day, a young woman named Sarah visited the memorial garden. She was a Martian colonist, and she had lost her parents in the journey to Mars. Sarah had never met her parents, but she felt a deep connection to them, and she visited the memorial garden every year to pay her respects. As Sarah walked through the garden, she noticed a young boy sitting on a bench, staring at the monument. The boy was crying, and Sarah felt a pang of sympathy for him. She approached the boy and asked him what was wrong. The boy told Sarah that he was a Martian colonist too, and that he had lost his parents in the journey to Mars. He had never met his parents either, but he felt a deep connection to them, and he visited the memorial garden every year to pay his respects. Sarah listened to the boy's story, and she felt a deep sense of empathy for him. She knew exactly how he felt, and she wanted to comfort him. "I know how you feel," Sarah said to the boy. "I lost my parents too, but we can't let their deaths be in vain. We have to honor their memory by living our lives to the fullest." The boy looked up at Sarah, his eyes filled with tears. He had never met anyone who understood what he was going through, and he was grateful to Sarah for her words of comfort. "Thank you," the boy said to Sarah. "I'm glad I met you." Sarah smiled at the boy. "Me too," she said. "Me too." From that day on, Sarah and the boy became friends. They visited the memorial garden together every year, and they shared their stories with each other. They also helped each other to cope with the loss of their parents. Over time, Sarah and the boy's friendship grew stronger. They became like family to each other. They supported each other through thick and thin, and they helped each other to live their lives to the fullest. One day, Sarah and the boy were walking through the memorial garden when they came across a group of tourists. The tourists were taking pictures of the monument, and they were laughing and joking. Sarah and the boy looked at each other, and they both felt a sense of sadness. They knew that the tourists didn't understand the significance of the memorial garden. They didn't know the stories of the fallen heroes. Sarah and the boy decided to do something about it. They started a campaign to educate people about the memorial garden and the fallen heroes. They gave tours of the garden, and they shared their stories with visitors. Over time, Sarah and the boy's efforts began to pay off. More and more people came to the memorial garden to learn about the fallen heroes. The garden became a place of remembrance and reflection, a place where people could come to honor the sacrifices of those who had lost their lives in the journey to Mars. Sarah and the boy were proud of what they had accomplished. They had helped to keep the memory of the fallen heroes alive. They had also helped to create a place where people could come to remember and reflect. One day, Sarah and the boy were walking through the memorial garden when they saw a young couple sitting on a bench. The couple was holding hands, and they were looking at the monument. Sarah and the boy smiled at each other. They knew that the couple was about to have a baby. They also knew that the baby would be born on Mars. Sarah and the boy turned to each other, and they both felt a sense of hope. They knew that the future of humanity was bright. They also knew that the fallen heroes would never be forgotten. The end.